Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the season finale of the Supernatural Files. While we dive into the unexplained and the supernatural world itself, today's season finale, we're going to feature the most sadistic, most troubling creatures out there in the whole supernatural world, and we're talking about the Djinn. Not that Djinn, that Djinn. Well, these creatures, you should not just go out and look for them. You should steer clear of these creatures because these creatures could end your life in a snap. A jinn or genie is in Arabic lore a type of interfering spirit, often demon-like, but not equivalent to demon. As the Greek daimon, jinns are self-propagating and can be either good or evil. They possess supernatural powers and can be conjured in magical rites to perform varied tasks or services. A jinn appears as a wish-granting genie in many Arabic folk tales, such as the ones in the book of 1001 Nights. Let's talk about the Djinn and their supernatural abilities. Djinn are not supernatural in the sense of being purely spiritually and transcendent to nature. While they are believed to be invisible or often invisible, they also eat, drink, sleep, and breed with the opposite sex, with offspring that resembles the characteristics of their parents. However, the practice is despised. In Islamic law, it is disputed whether or not such intercourse can result in the offspring. They are natural in the classification, in the classical philosophical sense of consisting of an element, undergoing change, and being bound in time and space. They resemble spirits or devils in the sense of evading sensible perception, but are not of immaterial nature. Thus they interact in a tactile manner with people and objects. In scientific treatises, the Djinn are included and depicted as an animal with a subtle body. Canon Islam, written in 1832 by Sharif Jafar, writing about Jinn belief in India, states that their body consists of 90% spirit and 10% of flesh, so they are more of the spiritual plane than they are in the physical plane. They resemble humans in many regards, their subtle manner being the only main difference. But it is this very nature that enables them to change their shape, move quickly, fly, and entering human bodies, cause and illness. Hence the temptations for humans to make them their allies by means of magical practices. Unlike the Djinn in later European stories, Djinn are not depicted as magical creatures. The abilities of the Djinn in general, it is said the jinns were spirits of fire and sometimes wind, and can take on any form that they so choose, animal or human, and can be any size. It is said that some of their power are the ability of manifestation and transformation. They have human-like form and can take the shape of animals, but only temporary unless it is as their tribe's animal protector. Let's get into like how the Djinn was transformed to the genie, where you would rub this lamp and out pop the genie and it would give you 3 wishes. In popular Western culture, it is said that genies are concealed in a bronze lamp, which when rubbed, a genie would pop out of the lamp. The reason given was that genie was trapped inside of the lamp by an evil sorcerer. Additionally, it is said that the great and wise King Solomon, see, all of this demon and spiritual things, it all dates back to the one person that brought it to the front to the front of people's eyes and minds was King Solomon himself. Shut misbehaving jinn into lamps and lead-stoppered bottles and threw them into the sea. Thus description comes from the Western translation of the book of 1001 Nights. When someone rubs a lamp 3 times, the jinn will appear and obey the person that set them free by granting them 3 wishes. However, in the original lore, jinn are not found in brass lamps and do not grant wishes. There are 3 different types of jinn that you have to be on the lookout for. Fiery jinns, often confused with ifrits. Flyer jinn usually has the power of wind. And animalistic jinns. The jinns that can form the size and shape of a black dog, black cat or vermins, scorpions or snakes. They are either cursed or born with multiple forms. In pre-Islamic lore, the jinn are malicious, are born of smokeless fire, and are not immortal. They live with other supernatural beings in the Kaf, a mythical range of emerald mountains that encircles the earth. They like to roam the deserts and wilderness. They are usually invisible, but have the power to shapeshift to any form, be it insect, be it animal, or be it human. King Solomon used a magical ring to control the jinn and protect him from the jinn. The ring was set with a gem in the middle, probably a diamond, and had a living force in it. With the ring, King Solomon branded the necks of the jinn as his slaves. And you wonder how King Solomon's temples were resurrected in the least amount of time. You have to wonder, how many of the jinn did he enslave just to make his temple and to put all the supernatural stuff beneath his temple that we still don't know what is in those catacombs. The lifespan of a jinn is much longer than a human life, but they do die. They are both male and female and have children. According to the Quran, they eat meat, bones, and the dung of animals. Play, sleep, and have their own animals as pets, especially dogs. They live in communities, organized into families and clans, often ruled by kings. Although they can live just about anywhere, they prefer remote and isolated areas, such as deserts, ruins, caves, and tunnels. In Middle Eastern lore, they also inhabit places of impurity such as graveyards, garbage dumps, bathrooms, and camel pastures. They can live in houses occupied by people. They like to sit in places between light and shade and move around when the dark first comes. They also like marketplaces, and Muslim lore holds that it is not a good idea to be the first to enter the market and the last to leave a market. Some jinn become attached to human beings, function like companion spirits. The joining of the jinn and a human in marriage is still practiced in some parts of the world. A mixed marriage is believed to be capable of producing offspring, though this is not desirable. The Queen of Sheba, who fascinated King Solomon, was to be part jinn. Now you're probably asking me, what happens if I actually become possessed by a jinn? Well, I'm glad you asked that. Jinn are capable of possessing human beings just like spirits and ghosts are. They are said to enter the bloodstream and circulate rapidly throughout the body. They cause mental and physical problems, and also disrupt marriages and relationships. Asking a jinn to leave or bargaining with it may not be enough for it to leave, and someone who is trained may be needed to perform an exorcism to get out of its body. And when I say to perform an exorcism, I'm talking about someone that has specialized and has done it for years and years. And not just someone that just watches a show or reads a book and just, hey, I can perform one. one that has multiple years of experience needs to do it. Some jinn are skilled shapeshifters and may appear in any form. Some jinns are benevolent and are venerated and loved. Some jinn are temperamental, treacherous, hostile, and malevolent. Very embodiment of evil. People may perpetuate them. The motivation is fear. Jinn famously shapeshift into snakes, cats, dogs. It is considered dangerous to injure, kill, or even annoy these creatures, as it may be the jinn in disguise. The most powerful individual jinn have personal preferences in terms of offerings as well as colors. The traditional offerings involves pouring oil over flour. Jewish jinn like fruit jam. Christian jinn have a reputation of eating anything, but they may just be from the Islamic perspective. Jinn like to indulge in alcoholic beverages, candles, and incense, especially benzoin. They hate salt. Make sure anything you are giving them does not have salt in it, or it will be rejected, and they may have to just take out their anger on you. That's it for the season finale of the Supernatural Files. Thank you. This has been a great this has been a great ride to go into something that maybe people don't know that much about, and whether I can shine the light to you guys, because this is something I like. It's about the supernatural and how we can better educate ourselves so that we can look out, because whether we like it or not, the supernatural in our world are one, and whether we see it or not, the supernatural world is out there. You can't deny it. It's better to be prepared than not having the knowledge or the skills to fight back when the time comes. And the time is coming. The supernatural world is coming more and more closer to our world. So it's our job to better prepare ourselves for the unexplained and the supernatural. Thank you guys. If you like this video, hit the red subscribe button down below, thumbs up, click the notification bell to always on, and leave a comment down below. I'll keep you guys updated about when the next season is coming. But until next time, I'll see you guys on the next season of the Supernatural Files.